What's up, everybody, and welcome to Game Freak. In today's episode, we are going to review the Interplay Collection 2. This cartridge, just like the previous one, has 6 games on it. And of course, it has the beautiful instruction manual that, like I said before, I love looking at these things. It brings back memories of when games actually had instruction manuals. Now everything's just online on the game itself, but it's nice to have a physical copy. So let's jump into these games. So the first game is Clay Fighter 2. Now on Interplay Collection 1, they had the original Clay Fighter. On Collection 2, they have Clay Fighter 2. So I wasn't real sure on how I'd take this game because, like I said previously, I'm not a big fan of games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I used to be. I just think I grew out of them. However, this kind of, brought back some pretty cool memories of when I did like those games. This one was actually pretty fun. I like this one a lot more than the first one. I enjoyed playing this. In fact, I think I sat and played it for about 45 minutes. I finally started getting pretty good at it. Obviously, right here, I'm just getting the shit beat out of me. But this was a really cool game. It was fun. Different characters and really cool animation. The next game on the cartridge is a game called Claymates, which is a game I've never heard of before. But I tell you what, this game was actually pretty fun. You start out as like a little clay ball, and then you run into these other magical clay balls, and you turn into like different animals. And it is kind of kiddie, but man, I had a good time running around as a rat and a cat and shit like that. I mean, it was actually really enjoyable. I mean, it was kind of funny, but the longer you play it, the better it gets. There's this part of the game is pretty easy, but it gets pretty challenging, and I had a good time playing it. So I'll definitely be going back and playing this a little bit more. I had a good time. The next game is Earthworm Jim 2. I mean, what else can you say? It's Earthworm Jim. If you love the first one, you'll definitely love the second one. In fact, I think I like this one a little better than the first one, and I don't really remember too much of this. I know I had it at one point, and I believe that might have been also on the Sega Genesis, but this game brought back, everything that I loved about the 16-bit era. Although I don't know if this is the 16-bit version. This looks like it might be the PSX version. Either way, though, I had a blast playing it. It's pretty fucking hilarious, some of the shit that goes on in it. And I think if you haven't played it, this might be one of your favorites on the cart. I know it's one of my favorites for sure. The next game is Prehistoric Man. And this is another game I've never heard of. But I gotta say, this game was pretty entertaining. You're pretty much a caveman, and you're getting vengeance on these dinosaurs that ransacked your village and stole everything. And it's pretty funny, some of the stuff that happens in this game. I can't tell you too much because I only played it for maybe 20-25 minutes, but I enjoyed it. I'll definitely be going back and playing more of this. It caught my attention. It has a little bit of a challenge to it. I mean, I'm sure it gets harder the further you get, just like any game. But yeah, this game was pretty fun to play. So I think you'll enjoy this one. The fifth game on this cartridge is a game called The Adventures of Rad Gravity. I don't remember this game at all. And to be honest, when I first started playing it, I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was kind of boring and choppy. But the more I played it, it kind of grew on me. I'm not going to say it was awesome or anything like that. It might be later on. Right now, I would just say it's an okay game. It's not too bad, but I don't even know much about this game, so I can't really tell you too much about it. I played it for about 20 minutes, and the further I got, the more I enjoyed it. But you really have to get used to the controls on this game. It's a little bit awkward, but I guess after you get used to it, it might get better. But like I said, I would give this like an average rating of a game. It looks like it does have potential. So I guess we will see. Time will tell. And the final game on the cartridge is a game called The Brainies. And this is like a puzzle challenge game. At first, I had no clue what I was doing. And then, like an idiot, it hit me. Everything is color-coded. So these little Mexican jumping beans, you want to get them into the little holes or whatever there that matches their color. So that part's pretty easy, but it does get very challenging. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not real big on these puzzle challenge games, but this one, I actually had a lot of fun on it, which kind of surprised me. So this wasn't too bad of a game, and it does get pretty challenging. So if you're short-tempered, this might not be the game for you. But if you like a good challenge and just want to kill some time, this one isn't too bad at all. So my overall review on the Interplay Collection 2, it's a good cartridge. I recommend this one. It's a lot better than the Collection 1. They put a good list of games on this. I had a good time. I think you will too. But like I said, everyone has their own taste, but this is way better than the first collection. I had a good time with all these games, and I'll definitely be playing more of them. So I hope this helped you out on deciding if you want it or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, game on.